Greetings and welcome to another episode of Q Points Podcast. I am DJ Sir Daniel.
And my name is J. Ray, sometimes known by my government as Johnny Ray Cornegay III and Sir Daniel. We are about to put an exclamation point on the conversation we had about line dancing, and I cannot wait to have this discussion.
Listen, we all Black History Month, we have been dancing up and down your timelines talking about something that's very important to the Black community, the culture of being Black in America. And part of that is dancing. And more specifically, we've been talking about line dancing. Now, we've had our discussions about the bus stop, we've the cha-cha slide, the songs that go along with them. And now we are talking about a dance craze that it's been around, but more recently it's taken off and it took a life of its own over the past summer 24, with the boots on the ground movement.
Yeah.
And specifically Black Americans really went like balls to the wall with this movement of going out into open fields. And you know, there were country songs made up specifically for this line dancing. And now if you listen to any type of radio station, there are actually formats now created for what are they calling
Southern Soul.
Southern Soul.
Yeah.
And so it's really had an impact over the culture. And when we decided to do this series on dancing, there was immediately the first name that popped into my head is the name of our guest.
Yes.
Because I've known him for years now, and he's been along for my journey as a DJ. And I've noticed that he's been on a journey of his own as he in his evolution.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about that, about his evolution, and probably the reason why I was paying so much attention to it, and why I think he's an expert to talk to us about this line dancing movement that we have been experiencing across the land. So I'm gonna let you do the honors, J. Ray, and introduce our guest.
Absolutely, y'all. So, Q Points family, we are going to welcome Dr. Marcus Borders to the show. Dr. Marcus Borders is a learning innovation specialist with Ed Farm, where he supports educators and school leaders in designing blended learning, coaching, and K-12 computer science experiences. His work centers on expanding access to high-quality technology learning and ensuring digital equity for the communities he serves, with a particular passion for elementary educators, students, and adult learners. Dr. Borders holds an Ed.D. and an Ed.S. In instructional technology from Kennesaw State University, along with degrees in urban teacher leadership from early childhood education from Georgia State University. A native Atlantan, Marcus can often be found outside of work rolling around one of the city's skating rinks or learning the latest Southern Soul and trail ride line dances. Q Points family, it is our absolute pleasure to welcome Dr. Marcus Borders to the show. Marcus, what's happening, man?
How you doing?
Going on? I'm doing well. How are you guys doing?
Fantastic. I'm really happy that you decided to do this, because it's among the plethora of things that you're doing to stretch yourself. And I just really enjoy seeing this journey that you've been on. And as I stated earlier, Marcus has witnessed my journey as a DJ, and I've witnessed his growth as well because we've known each other for some years now. J. Ray, we've had this discussion before about line dancing in particular, like when we would talk about the wobble, for instance.
Yeah.
And as much as the song kind of, got on my nerves during at the height of its popularity, I realized that I had to take myself out of the equation and remember that this might be the only opportunity that some people will venture out on a dance floor and engage with the rest of the crowd.
Yeah.
And is it a stretch, Marcus, to say that you would be one of those people that in the midst of the carryings on of a party, the club or whatever, is it a stretch to say that you would have been the person that may have played the wall for the majority of the time that you were there until you heard a line dancing song?
That is absolutely correct. From the bits of my introverted soul, um, that's how it starts. I
Mhm.
love to dance. I was not the, you know, back in the day that your parents would say, "Come out here, baby, and do that dance that you showed
Yeah.
us." I was not that kid. But if you leave me to my own devices and you watch me, you might see me, doing something.
Yeah.
So line dancing was a or is a way for me to kind of hide within a crowd and enjoy myself. So that's where it kind of taps into the introversion part of me. So yeah, you've witnessed it at your DJ sets over the years of, I might be just standing talking or, at the bar somewhere, but you play a certain song and I just kind of make a beeline to the dance floor. And even if that song ends and it goes into something else, I might just
Yeah.
walk right off the dance floor after that. So absolutely,
Wow.
absolutely.
You know, that's so brilliant. Now, one you had to get to that place. So you mentioned being an introvert. I too, and people are surprised by that, am an introvert. I completely get lost on the dance floor though. We'll talk about this later. You probably saw that. I cannot line dance though. I know the wobble and I know the electric slide. The
Okay.
rest of it, I get confused. I don't know which way to go. Whatever. We'll talk about that later in a minute though.
Okay.
But
Okay.
I'm really curious about, so you had two passions that if you look at your social media, like it comes up: cars, line dancing. What was your journey into that, especially as an introvert? Like, how did you get to these passions?
So cars is really easy. I'm an only child, and so I can name specifically my aunt. She was the one who got me into it. When I was a baby, she had an '84 Corvette,
Yeah.
and I just it was
Was that the
always
one with
special
the
to.
with the handle that went down in the thing? That might have been an
No,
older
that's
one.
that's the earlier
Okay.
generation. She had the
Oh,
one with the flip
he
with the
just called you
headlights that
old.
I didn't. I didn't. I did.
It's okay.
It's all right. It's all right.
But hers was the one that the headlights rotated over and flipped up at the same time.
Hmm.
So that and along with my dad buying me the Hot Wheels and the Matchbox cars, that was a way for us to bond. And so I've loved cars ever since. So you can see me
Hmm.
at a car show at least once a month or doing something involving cars. I'm going to add something in there that kind of leads into the line dance piece, but I'm going to go back beforehand. So
Yeah.
me and dancing. I can visualize my first grade teacher, Miss Dorco. Every Friday we'd have a fun Friday moment, and this was I'm telling my age. This was back with MC Hammer doing the Hammer dance, and
Absolutely.
it wasn't us watching movies or eating ice cream. That happens sometimes, but she was like, "I want y'all to get up and do the hammer, do the hammer." She would do it her stuff, and we had these little contests. So that was like my first time in saying, "Well, I can do this dance, but do I feel like doing it comfortably in front of people?" And then she taught us the electric slide. So this is like in 1991, 92, and that's when I learned how to do the electric slide. Probably didn't do it again until high school, but that was
Hmm.
my first time kind of going into like doing line dances with groups of people. Skating is the thing that I want to interject
Okay.
as a passion. So I love cars,
Mhm.
love line dancing, but I probably would not be line danced or in the spaces that I've entered over the last almost year if it was not for skating. And that's
Mhm.
I could talk to y'all all day about it, but just it started during the pandemic. I probably had no business being down at Cascade in the skating rink because most businesses were closed. But summer 2020 is when I got out of the house and decided to roller skate, and I have not stopped since. I have not missed a week of skating. Um, ever since that. So this can go from 3 days a week to 6 days a week. There's somewhere to skate in Atlanta. And that's how I became comfortable going to a lot of the events for line dancing because a lot of my folks who skate, I will look on Instagram, scroll through my phone, like, they're at this club, they're at this spot, and they're having the time of their lives. And I innately love line dancing. And so being in that space of being comfortable with others that I was already familiar with made it easier for me just to pull up to these spots.
And so I'm hearing I'm hearing the freedom in your voice that you feel in these spaces, and the sense of liberation that a lot of us experience when it comes to music.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know if you've seen. There's a clip that I always that I like to post of J Ray for his birthday, of him at one of the house in the one, not house in the park, but one of
What am I
the
doing?
the house music celebrations at that will go down at the park. And J Ray is in his world. He is
Yeah.
getting it. He don't know. He's doing the things right. And same thing goes with, like, if I'm in the middle of a set of something that I really, really enjoy playing, and I'm singing along and singing to the top of my lungs, and Marcus is skating, and now he's skating backwards. I've seen you, he's skating backwards and crisscrossing and all the things. And the line dancing. Talk to us also about the freedom you express, but talk to us about the community
Yes.
that you've encountered and that you've become a part of as a result of engaging in these classes and these groups that encourage the skating and the dancing.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's become important for me to, I wouldn't say that I isolate myself. I don't think that I do that. I'm always doing something out in the world, even, you know, on an introverted level. So I don't shy away from being engaged in the world, but I do crave connectedness.
Mm-hmm.
And so pulling skating along, I mentioned kind of the groups and the people that I would see skating in those clubs or taking those line dance classes. I think my level of discernment is important here to mention that it allowed me to trust those people, to befriend them or to have some connectedness with them, to say, hey, it's okay if I just show up and, just pop up alongside, even, we are not the best of friends or the closest. We're at best really good acquaintances in these public spaces.
Mm-hmm.
Because I have to, between skating and line dancing, I have to have a level of safety there. And I think that's where the freedom comes in at.
Mm-hmm.
Is when I'm skating, doing my thing, you literally disappear into the music. Line dancing can be like that as well. Um, in the sense that if you're around familiar faces, or at least if not even familiar faces, people who are doing the same thing, psychologically, I haven't looked into the science of what that is, but there's an air of freedom that comes about hitting the same move,
Yes.
or and don't let a dance or something, and let's just say it's supposed to be step to the left. A lot of people will step to the left and spin and then hit that left
Yes.
again. You're adding your own thing to it. So whatever the science and psychology behind that is what kind of speaks to that freedom, is you knowing that you can kind of do something and mimic it and continue it on, potentially pull other people in to do it as well.
Mm.
Jerry, let me ask, I have a quick follow-up question. I'm sorry. So when you began to involve yourself in these groups, one, is it an interracial? Is it an intergenerational experience? And if it is an intergenerational experience, what shocked you the most about the young people that were getting involved? Or what did you find most surprising about the people that you would meet at these groups?
So speaking to the classes, there's one particular class that I went to. Shout out to DJ Trael Tsunami. His classes were free. I'm
Mm-hmm.
very particular about how I'm taught things, especially when it involves movement in my body. I was that way with skating. And so went to one class, trusted how he taught the content. It's very much kind of hit, quit, and then we have a good time afterwards. So I appreciated that space. The intergenerational piece. I'm trying to think of the actual classes themselves. I would say we would range from mid 20s, low 20s, probably up into the 60s. And it's really it's a family oriented environment. Down to the DJ, you come once or twice, not once or twice a week, but multiple times. He's walking around, dapping you up and giving you a high five, shaking your hand because he's familiar with you. You see the same faces, whether this is I'm just throwing out a name here, Miss Jones, who might be 64.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, hey baby, how you doing? Or she might try to teach you something, or you may try to teach her something.
Yeah.
Or you got the younger ones who are teaching new dances. That's another beautiful thing, is I've had experiences where the DJ has set the stage for a lot of the line dance groups and crews, are the individuals to come up and say, hey, we have this new line dance, let's teach the class. And he allows them to teach the class. So that's spanning across ages as well. So I think think about it being like a holiday, like a Memorial Day celebration, 4th of July, and you have your aunties and your cousins all in the same space. And again, they span from being 18 years old to 58 years old. And we're all just there to have a good time.
Mm.
Love that.
You know what's coming up for me, and I don't think there's a question in this, Marcus, but what I'm feeling as you are reflecting is that, and this is really the science of it is really, I think it feels like it's just kind of like black culture, like the soul of who we are in so many ways. Because what I'm hearing from you is like, no, we gonna put our own flavor on a thing, and when we get together, like that idea of all of us being together and doing the same thing at the same time lifts us up. I have this great story. It's a dance related story. I was at Tambor, which I don't know that they still do Tambor in Atlanta. I know that Stan's F does some things, but oh shoot, who was the DJ? I can't remember who the DJ was at the moment, but what I do know is this. We were all together. There's 200, 300 of us on the dance floor at the same time. And the song that was playing is a song called Kill. It's called, it's a take on Thriller. It's like a remix, but it's like a house remix of it.
Mm-hmm.
And this song is playing. Everybody's getting their life. And the DJ, without warning, slams in Prince's Controversy, and this moment happened where the room like literally we all jumped at the same time because it was the downbeat of the song and then it was the upbeat of like Controversy just like slamming in. We all jumped. I will never forget just that moment of us like, oh, we're doing this. We're together now. We're family. Because then I know that you see when somebody steps to the left and they do a spin, you're like, oh, I see that. I see that. Yeah. Can I do that? Yes. Give me a minute. I'm going to do it next.
Yeah, definitely. That's the biggest thing. And so physically, I try to cater to my mobility. It's like that with skating. So when people ask me about skating, I tell them I can skate. Now, I'm not aging myself and saying that I'm old, but I'll use the example of like I'm like a classic Lincoln or a classic Cadillac. I'm slow off the line, but once I go, I can be fast and I'm smooth, but I'm not out there doing backflips. I'm not doing splits. So the same thing with line dancing. There are very few dances that I'll get out there and really add my own spin to it. I kind of do what some will call extra, just because I don't want to end up in the hospital. I trust my ankles, I trust my knees. But the times when I am able to add that extra flavor of flair and I can catch it and it fits into my rhythm, it's a magical feeling. And I feel like that is what is baked into that freedom that I've been speaking about and kind of the camaraderie aspect of it. I'll even give you an example of last night's experience of me line dancing. They'll place, like it's one of the line dances called Chugga Chugga. I can't think of the name of the song that it's played to, but that's the dance. Mm-hmm. And this wasn't the only one. You were here. It's like Juvenile's Back That Ass Up.
Yeah.
Where you dance floor and you'll see people just run to the floor all of a sudden. So depending on the line dances, it could be maybe 5 folks just kind of standing around, maybe doing a little dance. You play a certain song and you see 50 people come from all directions and they either feel the floor or they get up in a line and it starts all in sync. It's like a little snake motion.
Wow. Talk to I listen, I believe it. I can see it in the people's faces. Talk to us about how Atlanta enters the room, because you are, clearly you're Atlanta through and through. How does Atlanta show up for you exactly? How does Atlanta show up in spaces like this with you? And how has Atlanta been an influence on you and in the way that you approach not just line dancing, but your love of music and, how you approach that area of your life?
So I think, and I haven't done the studies of it to see its origins and things of that nature, but baked into line dancing is Southern soul. So I think it's inherent that being a Southern boy, a man of the South, that love doing line dances because it's kind of a part of the culture there. I won't say that I bake Atlanta directly into it, but it's there. I'm trying to think of some moments where I've heard a little bit of Atlanta bass. I think the DJ aspect of it is what kind of caters to it because I noticed between the few DJs that I've experienced with line dancing, I've seen them outside of that space in their different formats, and they can go toe to toe. It feels like it's 1995 during Freaknik, based on the music that they play. But me and music and Atlanta will go hand in hand during skating. Skating is inherently Atlanta. All day, every day, I will watch things on Threads, Instagram, in Facebook, and you'll see someone pop up and say, I want to get back into skating. And they live in the Midwest somewhere where there's a rink maybe 3 hours away, and you might get an experience there. Atlanta, I can literally skate in multiple rinks 7 days a week and not repeat the same rink. And have a likelihood of hearing a very good DJ. And so for me, when I think of the musical aspect of it, I think of the DJs knowing uh, again, we could talk for hours about skating, but within that aspect of it, there are different components and different styles like ATL riding and ATL stepping, where you would hear certain Atlanta music associated with it. Think of the movie ATL and what the skating movie, what that meant to the culture. That is the truth. I tell anybody any night, if you go skate at Cascade on a Sunday night, you're going to feel like you're in the on the set of ATL because it really is like that. So I can't say that I've really seen Atlanta itself break out in it, but I have seen its growth. And I think the growth as far as the access to be able to line dance, trying to bring it back full circle, um, has happened because of our political climate. Early on, Adrian, you mentioned how around 2024, it was kind of this resurgence of it. And I think it has been amplified because of the last couple of years of just our political and social climate that we've been experiencing. And you will see the memes of, chaos is happening in Washington, D.C.,
Yes.
Yeah.
but pulling up
We
to
gonna
go to the
find a
grill.
way.
We
We're going to
we
find a
gonna get
way.
our
And so
joy somewhere.
and that's where I think being that Atlanta is, I still call Atlanta a black city. You've seen a prevalence of the line dances pop up. There's not to the point where I try not to stray outside of my norm of of the parties that I go to because it will probably become overwhelming for me to keep up with the line dance crews, the groups, the DJs, and where they're partying. I try to stick to what I know because you can get lost in it. It's just I don't want to call it a saturation of it, but the growth has really boomed, and I think it's because of the type of city that Atlanta is.
There's so many questions in that. But the first question I do want to ask, because I think you have alluded to this actually several times as you talk about both skating and line dancing. From your perspective, I'm a beat drop kind of dude. So like there are songs that just appeal to me. Like I know if I like a song like pretty quickly. For you, what makes a good song to skate to and to line dance to? Like what is that for you?
Okay. For me, skating, I am a slow set person. So I gave that metaphor of me being the Lincoln or Cadillac kind of, I'm a cruiser. I skate smoothly. I'm not doing a whole lot. Yeah. So, and I'm also a 90s R&B. I I say aficionado or connoisseur for the most part. And so you give me some Johnny Gill, some Keith Sweat, some
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 cut close.
classic,
Yeah,
some
cut
cut
close probably is great to skate
some
to.
surrender, some surrender.
Oh,
Cut close, yeah. Uh, Like, hey, who can I run to
yeah,
if you hit?
okay.
So maybe that's how the Atlanta gets baked into it. A little LaFace, after
Yeah.
dark. I'm thinking about our quiet storm moments. That's what speaks to me on the skating end. The things that drop for line dancing, it's really almost like a video game for me. It's in the sense of because I've done so many, and some of the songs are not necessarily the songs that you will hear often based on their genres or who made the songs. They may not be popular outside of line dancing. So I've lost track of associating a song with a dance. My thing is, can I conquer that dance? It's kind of like a video game. Can I achieve this? I saw them do that spin. Can I do that spin, or is there a normal standard way of doing it? So that's how the songs kind of hit me or move me. But I will say, there are certain songs that trigger nostalgia out of me are Uh, dare I say, there are favorite songs that allow me to really sharpen the knife of my skills, and that's both with skating and line dancing. Is I will run to the floor, I put my skates on just to see if I can do the same thing, if not better, to that particular song.
Let's stay here with music for a second. Talk to me. Talk to DJ Sir Daniel and all of my DJ friends. What do you want us outside of the so we know that when you go to these to your group line dance sessions and skating, we know that's what you came for, that's what the DJ is going to give. Talk to the rest of us, like in a normal set, what do you want us to slide more of those Southern soul songs in there? Would you Are we playing enough line dances? Are we not playing? Talk to the DJs right now.
Yeah. So I'm thinking about a couple of events in the city that I've been attending over the last few years that are just solely supposed to be about the dancing, not about the sections and all of that. Um, Sometimes they can be hit or miss. And so for me, I know that I'm looking for, if I go out tonight, it's Friday, and I go out to a club, um, I just came to dance. And so I know I'm not the only one on the I know I'm not the only one on the dance floor. And so I believe in fairness, meaning I know we're probably going to get some sort of contemporary
Yeah.
hip hop, probably a little throwback to, depending on who they're trying to cater to. They might go as far back as the 80s or the 70s down into the 90s on up. I don't take me on a haphazard journey. And what I mean by that is I can see it with skating, and I love. In Atlanta, our skating rinks are spoiled with a lot of the DJs that we have because they do their crafts well. But I can pull up to a session and I can know when that DJ is trying to experiment versus trying to. Skating is a very tough crowd to please. You
Okay.
cannot play a skating rink session like you do a club session. So there are certain moments, like after a slow set, you expect to do a slow walk or something a little faster after that. To answer your question, Adrian, cater to your audience and be very careful with your transitions. Make them make sense. What I mean by that is I think a very good and effective DJ, kind of like Johnny, what you mentioned as far as that experience of like the crowd lifting up, that is to me a rare moment that a DJ holds that power, meaning that they may have sprinkled in a little bit of experimentation, but they knew that they had the crowd based off of their reaction. So don't be stale. Watch your audience. I think that's the key in DJing, is to watch your audience and to kind of shift as needed. And going back, when I say be careful with those transitions, I'm thinking about Apple's latest update where they try to call themselves to be like a mixer, and they put like 45 seconds over the last song to match the BPM. I don't want to know halfway through the first song that I'm listening to, oh, they're getting ready to play Juvenile, they're getting ready to play this, because you have slowly trickled that other song in there. Just let the story breathe, let the music breathe. I think that's the best suggestion, is let the music breathe.
Thank you for that. On behalf of all the
Yeah.
DJs in the communities, yes, thank you for that.
Yeah, you
Absolutely.
said a word in there too. Like, yeah. There's some good ministry in what you just said.
Transitions are so important.
Yes. So now, okay, so talk to me now as a person who loves to dance, right?
Yeah.
And has rhythm and could do the things, but line dancing literally often boggles my brain. Oh, before I ask this question, pause. Is there a line dance that was hard for you to learn before we talk about me?
Yeah. Yeah. So line dancing is like math for me. And even though I have an educational background, math is not my strong suit. And so my brain literally does this when I see dances for the first time, and I just kind of stand on the side like, so I feel you on that. Miss the Tamia Shuffle.
Oh,
Baby, I saw that thing happen and I was like, now
that gives
wait a
people
minute.
hell.
Now,
There are
wait a
people
minute.
that gives people hell to do a lot of times. And that's like, that song is like what, 6 years old now?
Yeah.
The song is okay. So the song and the dance are actually old.
Yeah.
I can go back. So I grew up. My mom has a family friend. Their family is from Detroit, so they have all the stepping and everything. So that's
Midwest
they had.
lover stepping in the line day.
Yeah. So I was at her birthday party. It was, I think, her 50th, and this was I'm aging her, which having a brain moment there. This was probably back in 2014, maybe 2015, and I watched her and her family. They queued up Tamia's "Can't Get Enough," and they were just out there shuffling, and it looks like they were just snapping their fingers. That's just how simple it looked to them. And I'm like, I will fall over everybody and knock everybody down if I try it. So fast forward to, I guess, that resurgence that we were talking about earlier. This was either summer of 23 or summer of 24. And I was like, I'm tired of hearing this song at the club or at the bar, at the baby shower, at the wedding, and I just have to sit on the side. I want in on it. And it took me about a year and a half to really learn that dance. And I think I'm segueing into, Johnny, your question as far as kind of
Like
the how.
Like, how would I do
And
it? Yeah.
I want to keep bridging skating into it. That one of the keys to skating well is to skate horribly first, is to be okay with falling.
You better preach.
With line dancing, I had to be okay with stepping on people's toes or standing kind of off to the side so that I'm tall, so I have a decent wingspan. So if I'm in the middle doing all of that, I am going to knock some people over.
Yep.
So, basically being okay with not looking like you have it together, because a few things are going to happen. Repetition is going to kick in, and it's going to become muscle memory. And depending on how you learn, that's important for me, because I don't learn by people saying do it like I do it, but someone could possibly come over to you and show, and who's watching you, because 9 times out of 10 somebody's watching you mess up. They're going to say, oh, step slowly like this instead of doing it fast like that. The way that I picked up the Tamia shuffle, there's an Instagram reel, and I tried to watch several examples, but this gentleman, he basically chopped and screwed the dance. He slowed it down
all the way
and
down.
he did, and it was like a light bulb clicked. And ever since summer, again, I think it was summer 23, I had it ever since. And it was just fine tuning it, going back to what I said earlier. Every time, it happened last night, and it's actually the Tamia shuffle is becoming one of it within the line dance trail ride culture, of kind of one of like the easy ones, because everybody knows it. And so last night when I heard it, I ran to the floor, because there was my opportunity to sharpen my skills and to make sure that I still had it. And this is after this point 2 or 3 years of just continuously doing it. So that's how I got it, was looking awful in the beginning. Saying, excuse me, I'm so sorry, because you bumped into somebody, you went left when you should have went right. Kind of laughing it off, hoping that you didn't offend anybody. And then after a while, you realize that spin that was confusing, you got it. Or you realize you're not tripping over your feet like you were before.
So you have so eloquently, I'm sure, explained my hesitation. I'm okay with messing up. That's okay. But when I'm dancing on the dance floor, I actually have, I create my own circle around myself, and I work very hard, because I'm a big guy. So I worked very hard to not encroach on anyone's space, right? So I stay in my space. And the idea of line dancing, yes, is if I go in the wrong direction, or I spin, or they're coming at me, or I come at them and I hit them, I immediately shut down, and I like want to go and like cry in a corner. And you're like, no, give it a second. Like it's part of the experience. That's why I don't skate either. You also explain why I don't skate. I fell one time, and it was like, oh, you got to fall. Like, get up and do it again. And I'm like, no, I'm going to eat pizza.
Yeah, that whole, I'm at the age where I'm just like, I don't know, that especially falling on your wrist. Oh. Especially, I think about it because I use my hands so much on the turntables and everything, that falling, and because I know immediately when you fall, the first defense is to put your hands out to brace it, to break a fall, or to brace yourself. They say
literally,
you're not supposed to do that.
I fell not Tuesday this week, but Tuesday last week. I have I'm not going to show it, but a Band-Aid right here, because when I was learning how to skate, I messed my elbows up. But one of the things about falling and paying those wood taxes is you have to learn how to fall. And so if you know you're going to fall, you have to just kind of lean into it. I think the only thing that you should brace when you fall is your head, and as far as stiffening up so it doesn't hit the floor, but everything else just kind of collapse almost.
Gotcha.
There was something I was going to mention as far as the dance. Oh, classes.
Mm-hmm.
So because I felt the same sense of, I'll say, embarrassment and fear of encroaching on people's, because you see their freedom and their enjoyment.
Yeah.
You don't want to mess that up. And to be honest, you can tell that, the aunties, you'll piss them off sometimes when you go left. They'll just kind of, all right,
It's
don't
like
let them,
spades to them.
you'll get shoved
Oh,
to the side
perfect.
too.
Yeah.
I have
Yep.
been moved out of the way before. Um,
Get it from this
that's
table.
where, yeah, that's where the classes came in at. DJ Trail Tsunami made the, and a lot. I'm not just him, because there's Locked and Loaded. That's another crew. They've hosted classes too. Is those spaces being created that made it safe to mess up, because it was kind of a low effort environment to where, hey, I'm gonna teach y'all all of these dances. They know their craft. Not only are they effective as a DJ, but they're effective as an educator. And like I keep shouting him out because he created that space so that I didn't have to tap into all of my other, I call them isms, my other things as far as being social, to worry about encroaching and infringing on people's environments. He made it safe enough for me to come in there, to where he's not embarrassing you if you mess up, or the people who are part of the crowd are not embarrassing you or making you feel away because you didn't get a step. And he's giving you feedback on how to correct something. And he picks up, like he'll make a joke about the advanced crew, they're doing the spins and the kicks when all you're just supposed to do is clap your hands. And he'll say, nah, we don't have time for that. That's the AP version. Let's do it the regular way first so that everyone can pick it up. So that's really what made me comfortable to go to like the club settings, to where all they're doing is just dancing. So I either stand to the side, and what I've also and kind of observed, or what I've learned or more so noticed is, again, I can't tell you the name of the dance, can't tell you the name of the song, but most line dances and trail ride experiences have like the same 7 to 10 steps.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's same combination of movements, just packaged differently for each song and probably at a different speed. And I noticed that I can pick up a dance that I did not know just by watching the crowd, so long as it's not a lot of hopping and spinning, and I can jump in and get it pretty well the first time now. Beforehand, before I started the classes last summer, I wouldn't have been able to do that.
Wow. As we begin to wrap up, what's coming to mind for me, what I'm interested to hear from you, Marcus, is I'm hearing a philosophy for life. So I want to hear from you. What has this experience, from the roller skating to the line dancing, what kind of philosophy have you developed for your life, where you are right now and where you want to go for the rest of your life? What have you developed as your philosophy, your mantra, moving forward, that dancing has taught you?
Keep your safe spaces sacred. Protect them. I've been taught, I've been married to skating in this conversation. And that's because of how important it is to me and I mentioned, as far as keeping it sacred, or keeping its sanctity safe, because I will schedule my day around my ability to skate, or I will schedule my ability around to go line dance, meaning that if someone's like, hey, can we meet at this time? Oh, no, I have class at this time. Or, I'm not inflexible about it, but I will make sure that people know my patterns to the point, to know, oh, he's probably out line dancing, or he's probably out skating. Your work will try to encroach or infringe on those things, and so I prioritize it. Um, we don't even have enough time for me to dig deep into what both line dancing and skating do for me emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and physically. And so that's why I think I put the umbrella term of protecting it above all of that, because of how important it is to me, of what it does for me on a social level, of me navigating, trying to meet new people, trying to come out of my shell in certain ways. Dancing overall allows me to shine in that way, because a lot of people, if they don't know me, they'll look at me as they'll pick up my introversion, but they'll think that I'm meek and mild mannered. But I kind of light up on a dance floor, on the dance floor, and that's I like for that aspect of myself, which skating does as well. I like for that aspect of myself to be seen publicly, so that I'm not just looked at as quiet, meek, mild mannered Marcus.
Thank
Wow.
you. Thank you for
Yeah.
sharing that.
Thank you, man.
Absolutely.
So many things. So I think you have already primed, and hopefully, Marcus, you will come back. Cause okay, so Sir
Oh,
Daniel and I have an idea. We
uh-huh.
hope you'll come back in person because you're gonna have to teach me and the other Q Points crew how to line dance something. But we can also
Mhm.
have this conversation because you actually picked up on something that I was like, oh my gosh, I want to go here, but we do not have time to go here. But I want us to go here, and I think doing it in person, potentially in Atlanta, would be a great way to have this conversation and continue it because what you are describing is, I think, so important to Black folks communicating and continuing to like be able to intergenerationally have these conversations.
Yeah.
And these are languages, these dances, these experiences are languages that we can carry forward into the future. And I don't want us to lose it. And that's why I'm like, child, now I got to line dance, child, because I got to be part of the conversation. And I have to
Yeah.
teach it
We
to
can't.
now. I got to teach the stuff to my little cousins. They got to know.
Absolutely. We cannot lose recipes. And I think that goes back to the earlier question of the age aspect of it.
Yeah.
Is that's the beautiful thing, is the resurgence of it pulled in the teenagers. I have my cousin, he's in college now. He turns he's either he's 18 or 19. And he's seen me line dance at a wedding before, and he will send us videos of him practicing. So knowing that the kids are doing, I'll go to an elementary school and play certain songs, and you see the babies just light up. So it is definitely a tradition that's passed down, and it's very interesting. Social media helps, but it's very interesting to see how these things continue on down to the newer dances, all the way back to the electric slide, or all the other cultural dances that we've had historically over the last several decades.
So, Marcus, if there is someone who is listening to this conversation and they're in Atlanta and they're like, I want to take a class, where would you send them off rip?
So they need to check out DJ Trail Tsunami's page. Phenomenal DJ. Kind of, I won't put a placement on his format because he's like, he does every type of music genre aspect as far as his format. But DJ Trail, Trael Tsunami, Tsunami. He hosts classes. Even if he's not hosting a class, come out to his DJ sets and his nights. I was there last night. It's a great spot. Another DJ that I know will host classes, or at least he DJs at classes, and you can follow their social media platforms to see the flyers. It's, DJ Southside, so DJ Soufside, DJ Southside.
Awesome. And
Love
where can
that.
people connect with you?
Yes.
Social media, we're talking about the fun stuff. So just connect with me on Instagram. Instagram is still my place of choice. As quiet as it's kept. So QUIETASITSKEPT.
My
There it
goodness.
is. Listen, thank you so much for sharing this part of your life with the Q Points audience. Um, as I stated, this is a part of what we do. We celebrate Black music history, and there's no music if there's nobody there to make dance.
Yeah.
And this is all part of, it's just part of the bloodline of what this country is ingrained with. It's
Mm-hmm.
part of the bloodline, from, I see them, they do line dances in the continent. They
Mm-hmm.
do line dances all over the diaspora on the different islands. And you can't tell me that it's not passed down, through our bloodlines. So thank
Mm-hmm.
you so much for sharing that with us and for helping us round out this Black History Month and taking Q Points on another adventure. And just thank you. Thank you for being a friend,
Oh,
Thank
Borders.
you for
no, I'm
being a
looking forward to
friend.
this conversation and glad to just share the joy that I get from being Black. That's just really what it is.
Yes.
That's it.
Oh my goodness, y'all. thank you all so much for hanging out with us. If you can see all three of our faces and you can hear our voices, make sure that you subscribe wherever you are. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your colleagues, because if you enjoy Q Points, chances are they will enjoy Q Points as well. And it's a great free way to support the show. Another way that you can support the show is by becoming a member. You can visit our website at qpoints.com and become a member, and you get some perks if you become a paid member of the show. And you can listen to all of our episodes. We are coming up. We are so close to 250 episodes. It's crazy, Sir Daniel. We are getting so close.
We are line dancing our way to 250 episodes.
My goodness. And so y'all can check out all of those episodes. You can check us out on Substack. You can shop our store at store.qpoints.com. We appreciate y'all and we love y'all.
It's like I say in every episode, in this life, you have a choice. You can either pick up the needle or you can let the record play. I am Sir Daniel.
And my name is Jay Ray. That's
Dr.
Marcus Borders.
And this has been Q Points Podcast, dropping the needle on Black music history. We will see you on the next go round. Now 2 steps to the left.
Peace, y'all.